Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me once a week. I'm obsessed with constant and never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe now so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to the 14th episode of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Living intentionally and living beautifully are two goals that the Wildly Tribe strive for every day. Today, I'm going to talk about how that affects your relationships and how your relationships can be repaired fairly quickly without requiring anything from the other person. Pretty crazy thought, huh? So how would you do that? Well, listen, I think relationships are one of the most treasured gifts in life. They can bring so much joy, but they can also bring a lot of heartache. And I'm sure you agree with that and have seen both of that, the sides of that. So how are your relationships right now? Do you have any relationships that are causing you heartache, but maybe they live with you, so you have to deal with them daily? What about a relationship you cherish, but they've hurt you and you're fighting, or worse yet, you've had to cut them off altogether? Now, look, I'm a believer in limiting unhealthy relationships if you have them. But how do you manage difficult relationships that you don't want to end? I have a big family. Like all big families, sometimes you have challenges, to say the least, right? Now, my older sister and I are about 2 years apart, and we grew up sleeping in the same bedroom for many years. And we have always been pretty different, but also really close. I genuinely love her and always will. She has very different religious beliefs than I do and voices them to me periodically, not all the time. Most of the time we have fun conversations, but sometimes she does. So what do I do there? How do I handle that? Well, personally, I love her and I manage my expectations. I expect her to periodically talk about religion, and I'm not surprised when it happens. When this happens, I've learned to just love her. I don't argue or debate. Nobody's going to win in that. I recognize that she's doing the best she can with what she has, and she has only good intentions. So I just love her, knowing that if that isn't enough for her, then I've done everything in my power for the relationship to be well. I manage my thoughts and I control my expectations. Now, I also have a younger sister, and let me be clear, this is not my baby sister who I talk about a lot on this podcast. She would be glad that I clarified that. This is another younger sister that I have. And we were not close in age growing up, so we were close, but not as close as my older sister. So this sister has decided to cut anyone out of her life that doesn't share her particular religious views. Is that painful for me? Yes. Can I change that? I cannot. She's doing the best she can with what she has as well. And I'm sure she has good intentions. So what do I do with that? I do the same thing. I love her, I send her love, and I manage my expectations. I don't expect any interaction with her because she has stated that there won't be any. So if there is interaction, it's nice. And if there's none, it's exactly what I expect. So I'm not disappointed. I adapted and adjusted my expectations so that I'm happy regardless. I'm not relying on her for my happiness. Once again, relationships can be a great source of joy and sometimes a great source of pain. A lot has to do with how we manage our expectations. This isn't easy and it takes time. It's living intentionally and beautifully, really at its finest. It's accepting others without judgment and managing your thoughts and expectations. So, think about this for a minute. What relationships in your life can you improve by managing your expectations? It's really your attachment to the expectations, not the expectation itself. Think about it this way, from a very kind of a simple aspect of, say, the weather. Have you ever looked at the weather for the next day and it says it's going to be beautiful and sunny, and you wake up and it's raining? Yeah, most of us have. You expected sunshine and now you have rain. So do you hang on to the thought that it was supposed to be sunny so that you're mad all day and grumpy? Or would it feel better to learn to dance in the rain? That's what I mean by managing your expectations. And this extends to every relationship you have. Almost everyone in your life is doing the best they can with what they have. Their intentions and actions are based on, whatever journey or struggle they have. And it's more than likely it has nothing to do with you. So the next time you're having a struggle in a relationship that means a lot to you, remember that it's because of the difference in expectations. Managing your attachment to the expectations you place on others may be just the remedy you need to mend a relationship, at least on your end. And look, that's the only end you control. Okay, guys, I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, please share. And I would love, love, love it if you would give me a 5-star rating. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Heidi Dawson. All right, guys, love you. See you in a few days.